Madison Cawthorn comes out on a podcast interview and he says something to the effect of like he got invited to a sex orgy and a cocaine party with a bunch of Republicans. And he says he gets invited to it, and he's just kind of riffing. He's got his baseball cap on, and he's just talking. Next thing I know, like 4 days later, he's literally in the office. He comes out of Kevin McCarthy and Steve Scalise, basically raked him over the coals. And then he goes, "Well, you know what I said was they weren't doing bumps of cocaine. They weren't." You know, it wasn't a sex thing. It was a what?
But you said you said orgy.
It was the weirdest.
And you said cocaine.
It was the weirdest backpedal or back roll I've ever seen in my life, man. It was
then
bizarre.
They brought him in and they're like, "Hey, zip it." They didn't say, "We don't do that."
The first rule of Orgy Club is you don't talk about Orgy Club. The second rule of Orgy Club is you don't talk about the cocaine in Orgy Club.
He said, "I can't trust you." Oh. That's the response. Okay, so it's happening.
He was trying to paint himself as a hero on this podcast, but he's like 25 years old. And you remember being 25, you ran your mouth. You didn't think anybody was going to hear the podcast. You just aren't thinking. Your brain is just recently formed, maybe. In his case, maybe not. And you go and say dumb stuff. And then turns out when you're a politician, people listen to it.
Doesn't
and
his
they
stuff
tell
not
other
work
people.
too? So
Oh my gosh. I can't be a part of this conversation.
Some good interviewers can get you. I watched the interview. The guy was pretty good. He's like, tell me about him. And he was doing that thing where you're like, come on. It's like what happens sometimes I get off the plane. Every once in a while, the TMZ guys will come up to me like, Titus, what do you think about that, huh? Come and let us know.
They're trying to.
And I've a couple of times fall for it. I don't anymore because I just don't. I'm just like, guy came up to me last week and he totally different approach. We got off the plane and he just goes, hey, man. He goes, I know you don't like talking to us. He goes, but I wanted to ask you about it. I go, no, man. Harvey Levin is buddies, which I got no
Finish
time.
the sentence. Harvey Levin
is buddies with Trump, and I got no.
But you just said Harvey Levin is buddies with, and I got no time. You actually just said the.
I always assume that people. I do not like to invoke the name of he who shall not be named.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. May I say that?
Don't say it 5 times.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
Something.
Yeah, exactly. Candyman, Trump. Fuck. It's over. So that's crazy. You got Marjorie Taylor Greene, who's not on any committees, can't do anything. Her and Boebert are literally. It's the dumbest. And I'm watching all of it, and this is what bothers me today. We're electing, so the stupid people that vote are electing stupider people. We've got war raging. We've got one of the smartest generals we know that's currently alive telling us that, hey man, we're not fucking around. It's not going to get less. It's going to get more. We literally have a guy who fomented a fucking coup on the U.S. government that literally got people to attack the Capitol. And he's walking around on his fucking golf course playing golf. And these flaccid January 6th committee members, they said this week, I wonder if we should have issued a criminal referral to Merrick Garland. You think fucking so? You think maybe you should have just said we have enough evidence? And they keep saying this. No, we have enough evidence. Robert Mueller said flat out, oh no, once Trump's out of office, he'd definitely be arrested. Robert Mueller said that. And they've done absolutely nothing. And Merrick Garland, who we thought was going to be this guy, the rumor is now that was a report that Biden said in his office, he's like, I wish we had a guy who was actual prosecutor instead of a meandering judge. And so what we're doing is we're letting everybody know, and this is why I think it's getting worse. We're letting everybody fucking know that you can do anything you fucking want. You can get a Grammy, you can continue, you can try to overthrow the government, and you can continue to run for fucking president, and we're letting it go. You can lie to every committee, you can do anything you fucking want, unless you're black, and then you're going to get shot in the street. So, and I know that sounds really liberal, but we only have history and evidence of everything I just said.
Yeah, that's what's so disheartening. And
if you're a black judge that's going to be on the Supreme Court, you're going to get called a pet. You're going to be called.
Insane.
You're going to be said you're light on pedophiles. What the fuck are you talking?
Yeah, she was treated really horribly.
So the darkness is creeping in on me, just so you know, and I don't know what to do.
I thought it crept.
No,
a long time ago.
No, I you know me. I'm used to it, so I push it back all the time. And with the Armageddon, but this week
it feels hopeless. That's the thing. And so but part of that is, I will say, you are correct that you're inundated. Like used to people watch the news half an hour a day. They got caught up.
That was it.
They heard the next day.
Yep.
But you have it going in the car. You know, it's always our background noise in the house.
Nope, I put on the Eagles.
You got it
Very
on an
briefly.
IV drip. Like it's you're getting,
and it'll be our background noise in the house.
I've got a darkness IV.
While he's on Twitter reading.
But you're injecting it into your skin.
You're
putting it in, dude.
Yeah. So you're on Twitter, and I'll hear you go, "Oh my gosh, I can't, babe. There's babies in the street." Like, and the news is on the TV, and then you get in your car and you drive here and you listen to it, and so there is. You have to take a break sometimes. Yes, it's horrible stuff happening, but no, you're not being inundated with all the positive stuff.
Right, that's the part. Is you got to pull.
Thank God.
You know what I did?
Thank God for Rex Chapman, because yes, I have to be honest with you. There are so many times when I'm going through it, and Rex Chapman puts a video up. You got to watch this, and it's a little kid walking a dog, jumping in a puddle, and the dog waits. And the kid picks up, and the kid's like one, and he grabs the thing and he walks the dog, and I'm like, and my soul gets a little bit better.
But beyond just feel good things, but like the things that are countering some of that terrible, the things that are going on in the world. There's people making policy changes, and there's things that have to be going on behind the scenes that nobody's hearing about.
We hope. I swear to God, I hope Merrick Garland brings down a fucking full-on Scorsese, Goodfellas beatdown on these. I hope one day we just go, what do you mean, everybody got arrested? That would be fucking awesome. At 6 a.m. this morning, 15 people of the Trump administration were taken into custody. That's what we need to hear, because if we don't hear that, what's going to happen is what happened in Nazi Germany. Hitler got out of prison. They let him go back to speaking. Next thing you know, 6 million Jews are dying in camps.